What message does the Archangel Michael have for you today? Let's find out. Archangel Michael, what message do you have for the people that watch my videos? Let's find out. Archangel Michael. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by God. The answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms that you did not expect. Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Prioritize your self-care. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love that you deserve. Let others help you. Welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity, it's on its way to you. Have faith that God will heal your financial challenges. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. You're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes that you have been contemplating. Okay, what else does the Archangel Michael want to say? What else does the Archangel Michael want to say? Let's look at our oracle cards. What else? Archangel Michael, what is your message for today? You may have dark thoughts. You may have problems. You may have doubts. You may have hesitations. You may have had even a misunderstanding with the woman. But you've had an aha moment. Or the woman has had an aha moment. A breakthrough. A realization, an epiphany that will help you. That is the key to success. All right, Archangel Michael. Oops, hold on a second. Tell me more about this situation. What does the collective need to know? The people that watch my videos, what do they need to know? So this is in regards to a woman, or you are a woman. Maybe you've had misunderstandings with the woman, or the woman has had misunderstandings with you. Or there's been some kind of conflict. You may be getting epiphanies as to what is going on, so you can fix it. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being answered. Okay, tell me more, Archangel Michael. Tell me more. The Princess of Water, the Moon, the Wolverine. Okay. Leap of faith, sudden change, don't worry, prosperity. Okay. Gemini. Okay. The Prince of Air, the Lovers, the King of Air. Look, there's Libra energy, Justice, third party person involved, someone else's influence, a third party arrival, a third person. Okay. The King of Fire, Aries, the Emperor, Mercury, the Magician, communication, the Man. Okay, so, okay, here in the middle is the Moon. The Moon. The Moon. There may have been things that were hidden from you, or of the, maybe like the emotional nature. Maybe secrets that were hidden. And there was some kind of power struggle here. Yeah. Deception, jealousy, betrayal, toxic. Okay. All of a sudden, the grasshopper is like, all of a sudden, there's going to be like a sudden change in your direction towards prosperity. You may be deciding to be very assertive over here. We have the Lovers on top. We have Justice, and then we have a third person. We have we have Libra energy, we have Aries energy, we have a Man. We also have Pisces energy. You may have a Pisces in your life who's going to make a sudden change in direction. Okay. Maybe they're going to take a unpredictable action, but it's gonna be lucky. There's a snake here, so there's deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstabbing, or this could be seduction. We're gonna have to look into that. The Man, and then we have Mercury. So this is communication, ideas, expression of thoughts. This could be taking a quick, inspired action. The Emperor. The Emperor. The Emperor is determined. He's very assertive. He may be having a power struggle. With a Gemini or an air sign. Communication with a Pisces. There may be communication between a Pisces and a Libra. Okay. And then the Man. Sudden direction. Sudden prosperity. And then there's a third person involved. And a snake. Okay. Did y'all get all that? me about the Wolverine. Tell me about the Wolverine. A house, a home, family, traditions. Okay. There may be, what is this? A power struggle here between family. Capricorn, the devil. There may be something. Hold on a second. There may be some kind of power struggle over here. It has something to do with a house or a family. Or somebody that you have roots with. But your wishes are coming true. The ladybug. It's like the Emperor may be wanting to have a family or put down roots, right? And he wants to have a vibrant, abundant life. He wants to have comfort, leisure. But he's having to be very assertive or fierce or maybe even unpredictable because there's some kind of power struggle here. Okay. Tell me about the Emperor energy. This could be, it doesn't have to be Emperor over here. This can be a fire sign like an Aries. This is somebody who's independent. They're energetic. They're a leader. This person's very assertive. They initiate things. Tell me about the King of Fire. Tell me about the King of Fire. The King of Fire. Who's in this energy over here? This Emperor energy or... This is some kind of... This person, whoever's in this energy, is very powerful. They're very independent. They're very confident, and they know that attitude is everything. And this person is, they just keep going. They're progressing. They're going step by step by step, but whatever is going on over here with this person, it has to do with fate. The forces of the universe, God, okay? It's a destiny. This may even be something like this, just completely out of this person's hands, okay? Alright. Tell me about the King of the Earth over here, or this Capricorn. The devil can be like the Capricorn. It can be like a Capricorn person who is a Capricorn or has this heavily on their chart. It doesn't have to be like literally this person is toxic, the devil. It might just be somebody who's very disciplined, ambitious. This person is kind of like materialistic, okay? Tell me about this King of the Earth. What do we need to know about the King of the Earth, this Capricorn? They are, hold on a second. This person over here is all kinds of tangled up in problems. they're tangled up in problems in a very complicated circumstance, and it has to do something with the community or society. They're having problems with society or with the public. Okay. Alright. Oh, tell me about the lovers up here. Tell me about the lovers. Tell me about the lovers. This could be Gemini energy. Okay. Passion, fireworks, desire. Okay. Something, what is this? A surprise? A surprise. Something very sudden, unexpected that was maybe even a violent or like something that was a total wreck, like a tornado. What is this? We're gonna have to look that up. Suddenly something got released or cut off. Something very shocking happened that created something to end. Okay. The lovers. Okay. The lovers over here. This is a strong soul connection. There's a lot of passion, chemistry, and this is a very deeply rooted bond over here. Tell me about what is this? Well, it has something to do with the power struggle over here. There's, in this lovers connection, there's a lot of happiness and harmony and beauty. Somebody may be getting released over here because maybe, well, it's over, but maybe something's come to an unexpected ending. Something very, this might even be an accident? Okay. Tell me about the Libra, because literally this could be a Libra, okay, or this could literally be like justice, as in karma. Tell me about the Libra. Tell me about the Libra energy, justice. This person is implementing a strategy. The Archer, like, there was some kind of tower moment over here with the woman. There was some kind of action, okay, there was a sudden change. He may have, like, asserted himself over here with this woman. This is like, a sudden change in direction. This could be a tower moment. a divine intervention that is justice. Ooh, something has happened over here very, very unexpectedly. Maybe even like a violent accident of some sort. I don't know, something has happened over here. Okay. Maybe to a third person. Tell me about the third person. Love triangle. The third person. The third person. The third person. This may have been like a very short-lived. This may have been, what is this? Hold on a second. It may have been a fling, or like this is like flirting, or this may have been like a short-lived engagement or partnership or marriage or union. There's a lot of desire over here. Tell me about the stallion. Tell me about the stallion. A trophy, peace, harmony. Okay. Confident, gets it done. Third person, justice. Third person, justice. There's a sudden ending here, over here, that's justice. As a third person, something lucky has happened. I don't know if somebody is breaking free so that they're having victory, so that they can have peace and harmony in their life. Okay. Tell me about the Princess of Water, Pisces, or the Moon. Major opportunities. Grow. There's a crossroads. There's a crossroads. Hold on a second. Things are unfolding. Things are unfolding. Something about this summer having major opportunities or celebrating. There's some kind of major opportunity over here that may be of the emotional kind. I see here balance, stability, and major opportunities. Maybe this summer, like there's things that are unfolding, and it involves God over here, the element of spirit, right? God energy, source energy, the binding force, the omnipresent force in our lives, God, right? There's something here about trust and allow trust in God's timing. Somebody's gonna be successful to get it done. They're going to win. They're going to dominate. Okay. This is some kind of tell me about the grasshopper. What is this? An aha moment? illumination, or somebody's gonna have some kind of a breakthrough, an epiphany that helps them to take a leap of faith, or helps them to change their direction. Tell me about the aha moment. Tell me about the aha moment. What is this? It's some kind of communication, news, or written documents, records. It has something to do with a standoff over here. An opponent. The competition. There's a stalemate here. It's some kind of being tangled up in some kind of complicated situation over here. So what's going to happen over here in this stalemate? What's going to happen over here? Solutions. Okay, genius insight. Okay, that's what it is. Pay attention. The moon, revealing the subconscious mind. You may have an inner knowing. You may be having dreams. You may be getting past life knowledge. You may be having secrets, okay, that you're finding solutions to. This is genius, insight, clarity, so that you can have victory, so that you can break out of this lock. Pay attention. That's what it says. Okay. Tell me about the Mercury, the magician down here. Tell me about Mercury, the magician. Communication. Divine feminine. There's a lot of moon energy here. The compass. Yeah. Pluto, the great revealer. Pluto, the great revealer. The magician, the divine feminine over here is coming out as the moon. It says, I don't know, what is she? Is she communicating? This is somebody who's very curious. This is like a compass. This person's life path may be to seek the truth. Pluto energy here. This is communicating about deceit, traps, self-interest, okay? This is creating some kind of surrender, renewal, or a rebirth. That's what it is. Yeah, a metamorphosis. Look, there's the butterfly. There may be people over here who are embracing change. They're rising up. They're reinventing themselves, right? Maybe they were acting in self-interest. Maybe they were being stealthy. Maybe they were deceitful. Maybe they were acting in a very cunning way, right? This communication about the subconscious mind is a genius. It's like the key. It's the key It's the key to break out of whatever the situation is over here. Revealing the secrets. Bringing them out into the open. Why? So that you can purge them. So you can remove this negativity from your life. Okay. Tell me about the man. Tell me about the man. The masculine energy. He's magnetic, this man. He's very open-minded. He's like an editor. He can see both sides of a situation. This man is very like a chameleon, okay? And he's very magnetic. He's like gravity. He's very attractive and charming and seductive. He's like a magnet, okay? The man is like a magnet. So over here, he's also like this falcon. So he has the ability to rise above. He has the far-reaching vision. He can see both sides. He's like a very empathetic, changeable chameleon type of person. He can change himself according to the situation. And there's something here about him lifting out negativity. Okay. I want to find out about this snake. Deception, jealousy, betrayal. What is this? There's something toxic here. Wait a second. Before we go on to that, hold on a minute. This message is kind of like all over the place. What? There's too many people here. Okay, let's look at the tarot. What's going on over here? So there's some kind of solution over here. There are subconscious things that are being lifted out into the open. That somehow this is the key for transformation, for changing whatever it is that's going on here. Okay. Tell me some more about this. Tell me some more about this. Like, I don't know if somebody is getting, like, cut off, or there's something that's, like, I don't know, very shocking that has happened. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. Can you tell me more about this? I'm just trying to gain more insight as to what in the world is going on here. I have to put 2 and 2 together just like you guys. Yeah, this is like psychological trauma over here. Coercion. Yeah, powerlessness. In relationships. This is like an unhealthy physical or emotional abuse. There's some kind of negative karmic connection that's toxic. Hold on a second. See over here, this is psychological trauma. 9 of Swords. Lost hope, dark thoughts, anxieties, worries. Okay? This is the moon, things that are subconscious, right? We have a divine feminine over here who's like a high priestess, right? She's very mysterious and intuitive. She may be illuminating, doing a deep dive over here to basically bring out all these things that are misconceptions, uncertainties, deception, illusions, okay? She's working on it. 8 of Coins. She's very detailed. She's dedicated to this. She might be self-employed, okay? This is work. This is work that she does, okay? Because there's a lack of direction here. Somebody is feeling powerless because they're being coerced. So they're facing some opposition over here. They're being blocked by some obstacles. I feel like there's somebody here. Obviously, we already saw that. They have a very strong soul connection over here. And this person is trying to find the light within themselves and tie up loose ends in their life, because they have the bliss over here. They have overflowing love for this very strong soul connection of theirs. Or this is like, yes, like this is it. This is the joy of my life. But there is over here, there is some kind of negative karmic connection over here that's toxic, okay? That's causing physical and or emotional abuse. Very codependent. Okay. Okay. There's the Emperor. Okay, here's the Emperor. He's soul searching. Divine Masculine. This is the kind of man, he's very action oriented. He's protective. He's an authority figure. He's a leader. He's a father. He's powerful. And he's soul searching. He's trying to find the light within because he wants his wishes to come true. He's like, I want to feel good. I want to be happy. I want to be satisfied. Like, I want to be emotionally fulfilled. 9 of Cups. There's a King of Cups here. So somebody who's very emotionally balanced, heart-centered, understanding, highly intuitive, very deeply feeling person who is a master of their emotions. So he has a comforting connection over here with this King of Cups. They might even be siblings, okay? Or this is a soul connection, right? There's a wish granted here. There's a wish granted. There may be like a healing of this connection over here. Okay. Okay. There may have been some kind of conflict here. Okay, Five of Swords, there may have been a conflict over here between these people. But they're making progress. They're shifting their consciousness to be able to be generous and balanced and kind to one another. Okay. And this is, I feel like this is this prayer over here. This is this prayer that's being answered by God. The answers will come soon, maybe in ways that you didn't expect. Okay. The timing is 1 to 2 weeks. There's some kind of consciousness here that's shifting. These are the final steps. It could be this Emperor is asking advice over here to this King of Cups about some kind of conflict that he's having, or vice versa. Okay. Here in the middle of the whole thing is a very tender, sweet, innocent soulmate connection. This is shifting consciousness from hostility and conflict and abusive behaviors like not playing fair to being generous, balanced, kind. This is acceptance. Okay. Tell me about this Five of Swords. What's going on over here with this Five of Swords? Two of Wands. Of Wands, Knight of Wands. There's some kind of new perspective over here. There's some kind of new perspective here. Somebody needs to back down. There's an aha moment, an epiphany over here. It's some kind of either opportunity or a discovery. There's a compromise. They're making amends. Okay. There's some kind of new perspective. This information. What is this? Reevaluating. There's some kind of... It's some kind of a family feud. They might be creating some kind of a plan. Look, this is some kind of a... What is this, a lie? It's some kind of... This could be even like blocked communication, misinformation, or clouded judgment or hostility. Yeah, this is like... I don't know. This is like some kind of... These could be financial gains or losses, some kind of money concerns, or like a family feud here. They're making some kind of decision over here to overcome this hardship, to resolve this conflict, to restore peace. Oh, that's what it is. They may be validating each other's feelings and tying up loose ends. Okay. Okay. Alright, tell me about... There's something shifting here. There's something that's shifting. Tell me about the waxing moon. The waxing moon. It's some kind of a action of love is what it is. It's some kind of an action of love. An action of love. It's gonna be like. This is gonna be like a proposal for some kind of abundance, freedom. This is gonna be money related. 9 of coins. Okay. Tell me about this 9 of coins. What is this 9 of coins? 9 of coins. It's making amends. It's compromising. Conflict of avoidance. Let's compromise. So these guys are compromising. These guys were like confused. These guys over here were so overwhelmed. Okay, I feel like literally like these guys they were I don't know, releasing one another over here. They were avoiding one another. They were at a stalemate. But it has something to do with illusions, confusion. The confusion. They were lacking some kind of focus over here, but there's forgiveness here. This is some kind of decisive moment. They're having some kind of renewal or a rebirth of their connection. They're communicating with one another. This is a change for the better. Yeah, they're working. Yes, they're working. Yes, right here. Because there's an imbalance here. Yeah, there's an imbalance here. Somebody is being victimized. Somebody here is being victimized. They're being there's something here that maybe they're being shamed and blamed, maybe for something that they didn't even do. Or there's some kind of imbalance. So it kind of looks like these guys are going to do it together. This is some kind of good news. They're coming up with some kind of exciting plans. Tell me about justice in the reverse. I feel like these guys are going to work on... They're going to collaborate. For some reason, these guys were being hostile towards each other. Okay? But they have a very strong soul connection. These guys, this King of Cups and this Emperor, they are soulmates, okay? And we're gonna find out who, but one of these guys is being victimized. So it kind of looks like these guys are deciding to put down this conflict that they had. They're choosing to compromise because whatever it is that they were having this conflict about, it was literally some kind of a lie or misinformation. Tell me about it. Tell me about justice in the reverse. Tell me about justice in the reverse. Yeah, there is some kind of imbalance. A misalliance. This could be inauthentic relationships. What is this? Somebody's being very unfair. Somebody's being shamed and blamed for something that they didn't even do. It's some kind of misunderstanding. It's a misunderstanding over here. This caused a lot of grief, sorrow, heartbreak, tears, and loss. Or this could literally be that there's an inauthentic relationship over here. That somebody's being victimized and that they're being caused all this grief. The Tower. Chaos. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. This, I don't know. This might be a Queen of Coins, okay? The Tower. There's some kind of shocking event. This could be like a revelation over here that is getting things moving, okay? This could be fast-moving karma, okay? 8 of Wands. Something's about to take off, or it's taken off. There's some kind of communication. There's some kind of fast movement over here that's happening. Maybe this could be communication. Something's been revealed. Something unexpected has happened. This could be a divorce. This could be a shocking event. Something that is God sent, the Tower. Because, I'm telling you, right here, it doesn't even have to be like this Queen of Coins over here. But what I'm saying, it could be a Queen of Coins over here is communicating about some kind of shocking event, okay? Because over here, we have the Devil, okay? A negative karmic connection that is very unhealthy. That's causing physical or emotional abusive, toxic person that has a material attachment. They are there's some kind of arguing chaos over here. Somebody's losing their temper. There's a turning point. There's a turning point. I feel like This is love, okay? This is gentle persuasion. This is power, okay? Power. This is some kind of a... This is some kind of... These could be children. These could be children that are involved. Somebody over here is accepting to... Hold on a second. Somebody over here may be accepting to have a turning point over here. Maybe because of the love that they have for the kids, or there's some kind of a turning point here. See, this is success. Somebody over here, I feel like they're looking at the long term over here. They're tying up the loose ends. They might be choosing to overcome, to resolve some kind of a conflict over here of an unhealthy attachment. A codependent, clingy, it's just an unhealthy attachment is what it is. There's some kind of there's a conflict resolution here that is happening. And it has something to do with accepting, making positive changes, rebuilding, like let's recover. This 5 of coins in reverse is... This 5 of coins in reverse is basically like money and emotional stability, like basically like coming back in from being like outside. Okay. Alright, there's a lot of people involved over here. But this is very good. Okay, this is very good. Whatever is happening here is very good. It's a miracle. It's a wish granted. Tell me about... Okay. Tell me about the King of Cups. Tell me about the King of Cups. Tell me about the King of Cups. He may be self-employed. Okay. Tell me about the Hermit. So is he soul-searching? The King of Cups, is he soul-searching? About his connections. Okay. Tell me about the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. There's some kind of communication. There's some kind of communication over here. Some kind of choice. This King of Cups is making some kind of a choice over here in a connection, basically, to follow his heart. It's some kind of an action of love. He's gonna let go. He's gonna let go of the Queen of Cups. He's going to release the Queen of Cups. he's going to release the Queen of Cups. But it's saying this is, it's time. He's in a few days, he's going from the dark to the light. He says it's time for him to act now, and it's time for him to have a fresh start. He's letting go of this Queen of Cups, but it's an action of love. Okay. Tell me, why is he walking away from the Queen of Cups? This is... Well, it kind of looks like, oh, here, he's in a traditional commitment over here with this Queen of Cups. He's in a marriage over here. And I feel like, he hasn't been, he's holding her back. That's what it is. He's holding her back. By him staying in this commitment over here with this Queen of Cups, it's holding her back. That's what it is. She's got some exciting plans over here. She's very creative and playful, childlike person. And by him staying in this commitment, she's not able to take a leap of faith. That's what it looks like. This is creating an imbalance and discord. Because she has to clear and purge and transform. She's had some kind of internal change. It says she's gonna be celebrating some kind of a homecoming, or her lover, her twin flame, is gonna come back. Oh, that's what it is. 4 of Wands. Her twin flame wants to communicate with her. Her twin flame wants to communicate with her, but he can't. He's been waiting. Because basically her twin flame hasn't been wanting to come in and talk to her because she's in a commitment. He's been waiting for her to be single. That's what it looks like. So that's why this King of Cups is going to choose to walk away from the Queen of Cups. And it's an action of love. It's a miracle. It's a wish granted, okay? Tell me about the Star. There's a lot of shit going on over here. There is some kind of family feud going on over here, but it's all about to come together. In what? God's timing, God's will, and in the way that God wants it to come together. This is all going to come together. It's shifting. It's shifting. Okay, tell me about the Star. Tell me about the Star. Tell me about the Star. This is a wish granted. Come on. This is a divine aid. God's aid. Okay? The third party is walking away. They're releasing. They're moving on. This is a compromise over here, okay? This person is backing down. They're backing down. They're compromising. They're making amends. They're walking away. They're like, it's time to let go. And they're seeing this clearly. This is like a new emotional cycle. They're releasing all these emotions. This is a godsend. It's a victory. It's a victory. This is like in the planning stages. Hold on a second. I kind of feel like something is being seen clearly. Something is being seen clearly. There's some kind of a plan here that's being established. Somebody here is being ashamed and blamed basically for something that they didn't even do. It was just like a thought. Somebody is being victimized for something that they did not even do. They did not take any action, okay? This could be an action of the sensual kind, okay? This may have been a thought. Thoughts that did not go past thoughts. Do you understand what I'm saying? It may have been a thought. It may have been a thought of this man, but they didn't go past his thoughts. And so the subconscious is being revealed, and people are just King of Cups over here. I feel like he's seen clearly over here that nothing went past thoughts. And this person is being victimized. They're being victimized, shamed, and blamed for something that they didn't even do. I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, so anyways, yeah, there's these guys are going to make amends. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna follow their heart because something is not not what it seems. They're becoming self-aware that they have had some kind of misconception. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, this person is choosing to forgive. Yeah, there's some kind of forgiveness that's going on over here. There's a lady over here who's very sexy lady, and there's a man over here who's very truthful. He's very rational and stern. He's very eloquent. This is the kind of dude who does things right. Okay. He's a very mind over matter person. So there's been some kind of misconception, okay? And people are becoming self-aware that things are not what they seem to be. There could be also maybe some kind of secret over here, okay? That people are becoming self-aware. It may be that this person over here is getting betrayed. Maybe they have somebody over here who is very sneaky and trying to stab them in the back, okay? So this is, somebody's going to follow their heart over here. All right. Tell me about the Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. The Emperor. His wishes are coming true. His wishes are coming true. He's soul searching. The Emperor. His wish is coming true. Somebody is being kind. Somebody's being generous with him, and this is a blessing for him. Okay. And his wish is coming true. Okay. Tell me about the Divine Masculine. Tell me about him. He's heartbroken over here. He's very lovable. He's a very lovable person. And he's a very lovable person, okay? And he's been very heartbroken. This Page of Cups, it could be that he's been in grief and in sorrow because of his children. This is Page of Cups. This is little children. Because we're talking about the Page of Wands, like, you know, playful, childlike. Okay, so he's been in grief and depressed and cried and had all this loss, and it has to do with his children. So now, all of a sudden, his wish is granted, or this is what's happening, okay? That maybe people are coming to help him, okay? This is his wish fulfillment, right? If this hasn't happened yet, like, this is what's coming up over here, because it's saying something about the timing is 1 to 2 weeks, because people are shifting consciousness, and they're starting to realize something, okay, about him. Yeah, they're becoming self-aware about maybe what's going on with him. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. He's going to be communicating over here. Wait, hold on. Oh. His family is coming to help him. His family is coming to help him. They're curious. They're like, what's going on? That's what it is. They're like, what's going on? I feel like this is bringing his family together, because he's had some kind of something has happened between him and this King of Cups, which is, it kind of looks like this is family. Like Six of Cups can be like siblings, okay? They're coming to support him. What's going on? What's going on with you over there? Yeah. Yeah, look, yeah. Yeah, they're coming to rescue him. That's what they're doing. They're coming to rescue him because he's over here. His hands are tied. He's paralyzed. He's in a crisis situation because he has some kind of codependent, unhealthy attachment over here that's keeping him like this. His family over here, he's getting the support of his community. They're like, what's going on? Because they're going to resolve this conflict together. Yeah, this is going to help him. Look, this is a fresh start for him over here. He's been so sad. He's been so lost. He's been so frozen over here. He's had so many obstacles. Now, his community, his family, and literally his community is coming to help him to recover. Look, we're going to help you make positive changes. We're going to help you rebuild. This is happening now, or this is happening within a few days. He's going to have a fresh, new freaking start. This is like freaking happiness. And this person over here who has been, yes, this Empress in reverse, okay? Empress in reverse, not Empress upright, okay? This woman over here who is a very dependent, insecure person who's negligent or who's been blocking him. This is very like impatient, like antagonistic, very imbalanced person, okay? This is Seven of Cups. Good Lord. This person has a lot of illusions and confusion. They might literally be like imbalanced mentally, okay? That's what I'm talking about. They're out of control, this person. Yeah. This person is going to retreat. Congratulations. Look. Yeah. Congratulations. This is something that is coming to an end. So we're at the pre-manifest stage, okay? People are starting to get a clear vision of what the hell's going on here, okay? This person, this emperor over here, he's being victimized. And this is going to come to an end. This is gonna come to an end, I'm telling y'all. Yeah, this is coming to an end. Like I said, if it hasn't already, like it's in the planning phases right now as we speak, okay? Yeah, his family, his community basically is gonna come together. They're like, yeah, like things are not what they seem over here, okay? Things are not what they seem. We gotta go help our brother out over here. Tell me about the Hermit. Well, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay, thank you, God. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. This man's family is they're soul searching. They're getting enlightened over here. That this this emperor, that he's been doing things right. That he was telling the truth. Yeah, that he was telling the truth. That's what it is. This might even be Ten of Coins is like a wealthy family. Okay? A wealthy family might be soul searching and getting enlightened that, hello, the emperor was telling the truth this whole time. And it has something to do with some kind of inauthentic relationship, like a broken up family over here, and about somebody, there being some kind of antagonist. That there was some kind of misinformation, miscommunication, or somebody was lying and it wasn't him. Somebody was lying about him. Somebody was lying and it was not him. It has something to do, like these leaders in the community. Okay, this could be family over here that's very like leader like, because we're talking about Ten of Coins, so we're talking about like wealth, family, wealth. Okay, I kind of feel like they're starting to see, hello, this man over here, he's being forced or he's being coerced. We've been getting misinformation over here. Our judgment over here has been clouded. This man, he was telling the truth the whole time. Oh. What was this lie about? Tell me about the Ace of Swords in reverse, because this is just a flat out fucking lie, okay? Or it could be just clouded judgment, okay? There's some kind of misinformation over here that they got over here. I don't know if they've been blocking him. I don't know if they've been facing opposition, because maybe they got some kind of I don't know. I don't know if somebody lied about him. Okay, there's some kind of lie. Somebody's been... I don't know. What? Hold on. What is this Ace of Swords in reverse? What is this Ace of Swords in reverse? Because this could be like hostility, lies, clouded judgment, miscommunication. What is this Ace of Swords in reverse? What is it? Whatever it is, he's about to, if he's not right now, because it looks like there's something that's happening now. It might be a third party, an enemy of some kind is, I don't know, they're getting kicked out. That's what it looks like. His family's gonna come to help him, and even the community itself is gonna come to help him. But he's got some kind of a woman in his life who is very imbalanced. Okay, like she's just imbalanced. I don't know what else to tell y'all. And they're starting to reevaluate over here that maybe their judgment has been clouded. Hello, this emperor has been like telling us the truth this whole time, okay? Or it's just saying like he's very truthful, and we've gotten some kind of miscommunication. Tell me about this Ace of Swords in reverse. Tell me about the Ace of Swords in reverse. What in the world? Tell me about the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Hold on a second. There is the devil. Abuse. Unhealthy attachment. Negative karmic connection. With a material attachment. Was creating some kind of confusion. They're awakening to this. You know what? I feel like this... Oh, it's a shocking revelation. It's a shocking revelation over here. The Tower. Hello. Hello, the Tower moment. Hello, the revelation here. Yep, suddenly. There's a revelation that somebody is playing mind games. Hello. They're sarcastic, they're cynical, and that they don't speak the truth. And I feel like this toxic person... the toxic person, it's their family that's realizing that hello, it's her family that's realizing, this is a wealthy family that's realizing that hello, yes, this person over here in our family is cynical, they're lying, they're playing mind games. They're taking some kind of action over here. They're heeding the call. They're kind of doing like a re-evaluation, like they're waking up. They're about to make a decision over here. They're gonna put in some work. Yeah. This Ace of Wands is like an attraction. This is an attraction, but it's unhealthy. This person over here has been causing all sorts of physical and emotional abuse. Yes. For who? The Emperor. They're negative karmic connection. They're toxic. They have a material attachment. They've been very possessive. They've been holding on to him. Okay? And what is this? It's almost like they've been creating all kinds of illusion and confusion. I kind of feel like this person's been saying, I'm very kind and balanced and generous. I've been taking actions, but this emperor, he's so irresponsible and unstable. He lacks direction. She hasn't been able to let him go over here, death in the reverse. So it's like this person's been very insincere and hurtful and sarcastic. This person's been like a fucking bully. They're out of control. So that's why this emperor over here has been trying to retreat from this person, right? I also feel like people are in silence. They're taking a break, okay? They're thinking about this. They're thinking about it. They're soul searching about it. They're finding the light within, okay? Because this is godly intervention, and they're starting to see things clearly for how they really are. They're starting to see things clear for how they really are, and that's basically that this person is rude, insincere, they're hurtful, they're sarcastic, they're a bully, and basically that they're out of control. And I see over here that they're going to act on it. They're thinking about it. What do we do about this person over here? We gotta do something. Tell me about the Hermit. So there's a lot of soul searching going on over here. Contemplating. It's a secret. It's a secret. They've been missing information. They've been kept in the dark, okay, about stuff. I'm telling you. They've been kept in the dark over here about this person being held back. The Emperor over here is being held back from his soulmate over here by this person. They're thinking about it. This is a secret. The secret has come out. Okay, the secret has come out. The missing pieces of information are being brought out into the open. Is what's going on. Yes, over here. Yes, this person over here is ruled by materialism, and I don't mean the Emperor over here. Okay, I'm talking about this negative third party over here. They're greedy, possessive, jealous, stubborn, ungrounded, and this person is all they care about is money, and they're miserable. Tell me about the Knight of Swords in reverse. This person hasn't learned from their past mistakes. That's what it's talking about. This person who's a bully and out of control, it kind of looks like they have done this in the past. They haven't learned from their past mistakes. They've done this before. That's what it looks like. They just can't learn. But it kind of looks like as this person doesn't love themselves. It could be true. It could be also that this person over here, they haven't learned from their past mistakes. That being hurtful and rude and being a bully and being insincere and basically coercing somebody over here, holding them back, okay, by making them feel trapped and shit. That's not real love. Tell me about the vernal equinox, the fresh start. They're going to take an action over here. They're going to take an action over here because basically they're done. They're done with this person's physical abuse, their emotional abuse, their toxicity, their unhealthy patterns. They're done with this person's manipulation and obsession. There's some kind of action over here. Like, there's an action here that's being taken over here. Yeah. 8 of Wands. This is action over here. This is communication. This is swift movement over here. Communication, the Star, the Queen of Cups. Communication over here. This Queen of Cups over here, the Star, okay, she's communicating over here about this feminine person over here who is basically being very sneaky and getting away over here with being in self-interest. Yeah, it's almost like, look, over here, look, the Emperor over here, he's frozen with indecision, okay? Because this person over here creates obstacles for him, right? So, it's almost like this person over here, like, this woman over here, okay? It's almost like she's like, okay, like, can we forgive one another? I'm accepting to change, right? But they don't go through with it. It could be also that just to be able to overcome the despair, like this man over here, because his kids are involved, okay? His kids, his children, they're involved. In order to overcome this fucking despair that he's in, it's like he accepts this person's offer, right? But this person, they always drop the ball. They don't go forward over here. See what they do over here? This person, they don't play by the rules. They're hostile. So it's like when he's like, okay, you know, like, this person gets trapped because they get over here, their hands are tied, they're in a crisis situation, and this person over here, they twist on them, they're abusive. This person over here, they have a very wealthy family. They have a very wealthy family, okay? They got a lot of investments and stuff. They have a lot of wealth. But this person is so sarcastic and cynical, okay? And then over here, they leave this emperor over here out in the cold, alienated, in harsh conditions, and financial ruin. Because this person is like, I don't know, they're dissatisfied, they're depressed. This person over here is unhappy. They're manipulative, they're possessive, they're imbalanced. Imbalanced, okay? Jealous. This person, the only thing that they care about is themselves. This person, I don't know. They're, my God, this person. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all about this person, but it's not good. Oh my God. I feel like this person over here, they play mind games with other people, is what they do. They gossip about this emperor over here, okay? What they have to say about him is not the truth. They fucking lie about him, okay? And in return, the emperor over here, he gets rejected. He gets alienated. I don't know if she lies to the kids or her family, but she lies. She just flat out lies, okay? And puts them in this very harsh conditions and financial ruin and just being left out in the cold. But like I said, it's because this person over here, the only thing that she cares about is her own damn self, and she's very imbalanced. She doesn't care over here if the man is depressed. She doesn't care if he's dissatisfied. She doesn't care if he's unhappy, if he doesn't have enough over here, as long as she does. And this is repetitive. This is repetitive over here. It keeps happening over and over and over. Okay? And basically, I feel like the lady, okay, she thinks that this man over here, that he's very sexy, okay? She might be, I don't know, she might be wanting to come, like, into some kind of agreement over here. But it just happens over and over and over, okay, that this person over here, that they backstab him. They stab him in the back, and this might even be just with their words, because this is psychological trauma. Psychological fucking trauma. This really breaks this man's heart. It makes him so depressed, okay? The man, he cries. As this person, he feels powerless with this person. He has so much third-party friction with this person. He feels like he's doing it all alone. Because this person is forceful. And they coerce him. There's a turning point, though. There's a turning point. Like, this person over here, the emperor, like, he's determined. I'm determined to be free. I'm determined to be optimistic. I'm determined to have success. I'm determined to be happy, okay? Because he's like the sun. He's like this light that can't be extinguished. He's making progress over here because there's a lot of misconceptions and uncertainty and deception, basically, that's going on. There's a lot of things here that are hidden, right? He's having all this, he might even feel like, oh no, things are going from bad to worse, like it's so unstable, okay? Because basically, like, he he can't, basically, I don't know, it's like he can't return this, he keeps getting disappointed over here by this very manipulative person. He keeps revoking their offers because, hello, yeah, this person's just gonna break my heart. They're manipulative. Yeah, they're gonna disappoint me. That's what they do over and over and over and over. He's like, oh my god, things are going from bad to worse. Okay? Because he just feels like he's having all these challenges. Basically, they're out of my control. The emotional fulfillment. It just says that harmony is going to be restored. It says that harmony is going to be restored because over here he's having all these restrictions. He's being stalled. He's being postponed. He's being inhibited. Okay? Hello, the Tower. Okay? The Tower. He will have his complete emotional fulfillment over here, the Emperor. He will have this Lover's Union over here, this Four of Wands. Okay? This poor man over here, can you imagine? Can you imagine how he feels inadequate? Can you imagine all the self-doubts that he has? Can you imagine the self-esteem issues that he has because this person over here? He may be lacking over here some self-confidence. He may be having some kind of pessimistic views, okay? But it says over here that he will have the community support. That he will be reunited with his lover here, the union, okay? And if this is not about his twin flame, which it looks like, Four of Wands, the lovers, okay? It's saying that, it just says that the Tower moment is coming. The divine intervention is coming. Shocking events, revelations, upheaval, okay? This might be that the community over here is going to go in upheaval when they find this out. So that they're going to align with him. Hello. Sorry guys, I get a little heated about this, but come on, you know? There's a lot of things over here that are gonna happen. There's a lot of things over here that are gonna happen. There's a lot of things that are going on in this reading over here. So, okay, is the Emperor over here like? Is he getting together? Like, it looks like, I mean, it just says that his wishes are coming true. His wishes are coming true of this emotional fulfillment, of him being happy, satisfied. He's going to his dreams over here of having a strong sense of self-worth, of being financially stable, of being dependable and successful and grounded and stable. King of Coins over here, they're gonna come true. is this man is what I still don't understand is, are people going, it kind of looks like people, his community, or his family, or even the family of this person over here they've been lying to, this person's been lying to them about this emperor, okay? And they've been alienating him. He's the one that's been getting punished, but it's the lady over here who's actually like, oh my god. She's like a bully, okay? And I feel like people are going to, they're gonna realize this. They're gonna come to his aid. Yeah. But I also feel like the man, it's just talking about his dreams are gonna come true. There's a soulmate over here. I feel like it's a sibling, okay, who's going to there's a sibling who's gonna realize that he's been, it's gonna come help him too. Okay, tell me more about tell me more about this. Can you tell me more about this? Like, is there anything else that you can tell me about this situation? Because I do feel like there is actually like a person that he loves that he's gonna be able to come back to. Can you tell me, Archangel Michael, can you tell me more, anything else about this situation? For you guys that are watching, remember in the beginning it said pay attention. Pay attention, okay? This might be somebody that you guys know, okay? You know what I'm saying? This might be somebody that you guys know. Tell me more about this. It's, oh my gosh. Hey, I know it sounds crazy, okay? I know it sounds crazy, and I feel like a lot of times when men are in these circumstances, okay, that they have a woman over here who is a little off their rocker, okay, and you know, they're like, you know, they might be like crying out for help, you know, like, this person's like emotionally abusing me, they're not good, they're, you know what I'm trying to say? And because he's a man, like, they don't really like, oh, you know, like, it'll be alright, you know what I'm saying? They really are. I'm sorry, women, okay, because I'm a woman, but there really are some, there really are. I mean, I feel like when a man is in trouble with a woman, like, people are less likely to believe him, maybe, okay? That's what that's all I'm trying to say. But I feel like people are starting to realize that, hello, like, he's not the one that's lying. There's the demon. The raven. The lock. There's the demon. Can y'all see that? Hold on, let me put this over a little bit more. There's the demon. Y'all see that? This corruption here? You'll see it? Okay. The peacock. The fountain. The mice. The Pisces. The tower. The compass. This peacock over here is somebody who is like under surveillance. It's somebody who, they're so beautiful or handsome and charismatic, okay, and that they have a lot of eyes on them. There's people that are envious of them, right? The fountain. This person may be in need of rejuvenation. Okay, here with the mice, this is a whole lot of worries and problems. There's a Pisces over here, or this is somebody who's just very intuitive and loving person that is kind of like by themselves, the Tower, and then the Compass is like they may be seeking some kind of guidance over here. Oh my God, the Demon over here. There's some kind of lock. There's some kind of restrictions over here, okay? And here with the Raven, it's like you guys have to be able to see this. Okay. Think about it. Silence. Think about it. Okay. Do you have somebody like this in your life? Okay? Okay. Tell me about the Demon. This is corruption. The lighthouse. Look, the lighthouse. This is coming out in the open so that you guys can see it, okay? You guys can work on this. The lighthouse. The corruption. Okay, the evil over here is coming out in the open over here. So you guys can work on this. Target this, okay? That's what it's saying. Tell me about the lighthouse. The cauldron. Okay. The sun. Tell me about the target. It's a really tricky situation over here. Tell me about there's a tricky situation that needs to be worked on. This witch, cauldron, this witch, okay, is being brought out in the open, okay? Yeah, the target is to work on this tricky situation to have success. Tell me about the Raven. The moon, Aquarius. The moon, the Aquarius. This might have something to do with an Aquarius, okay, that is keeping some kind of a secret. Silence, okay, this is like think about it card. Tell me about the lock. This is a chain. Someone's like, you guys need to be able to see this over here. Intuitively, okay, the moon, this is what's hidden, right? The lock, like this demon-ass person over here, okay, this very corrupt individual, is like a chain for this man. They're like a chain. The Aquarius over here can be like the star, okay? It could be that somebody over here, alright, who's very unconventional, very one-of-a-kind kind of person, is very intuitive, and that they have the ability over here to see what it is that you can't see with your eyes, okay? To bring this witch out into the open so that they can be, this tricky situation can be worked on. Because this is like a chain. Like, there's no way out of this over here. Like, it's like a lock and a chain. Tell me about the mice. Tell me about the mice. This is causing this, this is causing this emperor over here. This is like an older person, okay? I don't mean like old, but like an older, wiser person. It's causing them so much stress. Not to be able, to be able to get out of these chains. There's a need over here to find solutions over here because this person is suffering. The cross. They're suffering. Think about it. This person may be like a boss, so they're not saying anything about it. Tell me about the fountain. Tell me about the fountain. Tell me about the fountain. This is like, could be like, the truth has to prevail. That's what it is. The truth has to prevail, okay? The truth has to prevail. Look at this. This is divine support over here. This is the support over here of God and the angels. That's what I'm talking about. The fountain is rejuvenation. In order for this person to have rejuvenation in their life, eagles, the truth has to prevail. Okay? The eagles is somebody who's very close to God, and they got divine protection. Okay? I kind of feel like over here what it's saying is that this person, this emperor, they haven't been able to remove this negativity out of their life by themselves. The writer here, this is communication. Yeah. Communication to the family. Hello. Communication to the house, to the family. Okay? About this. Yeah, there's a woman here who's been watching the scarecrow. Okay, this woman is bringing this news to the family. Hello, this person over here hasn't been able to remove this negativity out of their life. Tell me about the peacock. This might even be like, I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like this person over here who's very corrupt, okay? They have people out, like, in society that I don't know if they pay them to watch this person. Okay? That's what it looks like to me. It looks like they hire people over here, or they work with people out in society to be able to I don't know, watch this man. That's why over here, this man is under a lock and a chain. He's getting basically divine support over here to bring this out into the open, because he has not been able to remove this negativity out of his life. Basically, it's like he needs the help of his community and his family to be able to remove this fucking demon over here out of his life. Yes, this snake over here. This snake over here, look. This person over here, okay, look. The Emperor over here, he is really one of a kind person. He's might be like a very enchanting person. But this enemy in his life causes him so much destruction. It's like he has to bend to this person's will over here. They watch him. They have people keep an eye on him, and basically it's like, if he doesn't bend to this person's will, okay, if he doesn't dance around him and shit, like, this person causes him so much suffering and destruction in his life. How does this person get chained? Spider, look at that. Spider. You know what this is? This is lies. This is manipulation. This is entangling somebody literally in a web of lies. Yeah. You know what that is at the beginning, how we were saying that this person, like, that they play mind games and that they lie about him, and it's like all of a sudden his family and their families are going to realize that, hello, like, the Emperor is not the one that's lying here. It's lies and manipulation. That's how they keep him trapped over here, unable to move. Okay, so there's a Pisces here. What is this? The compass. This could literally be a Pisces. Maybe the Emperor over here is trying to get some kind of guidance, okay, over here from this Pisces. But maybe this Pisces has been keeping back from him, or isolating themselves. Tell me about the compass. Tell me about the compass. The compass. Yeah. What do I do? What do I do? I'm in chaos. I'm suffering. I'm being punished, okay? What do I do? I'm hiding over here that I'm having a hard time. The whip. I'm being punished. Okay? That's, yeah. Tell me about this. So he might be trying to get some kind of guidance over here from this Pisces. What do I do? Tell me about the whip. Tell me about the whip. He has divine protection. The man has divine protection. Okay? He has somebody in his life over here who's like a talisman. Okay? This person is working over here on sending news and revealing the secrets about this fucking demon over here. Okay? Yeah. He might literally be praying, God, what do I do? Okay? What do I do, God? What do I do? There's somebody who is working. This is like through their job over here. They're sending this message out. This person is fearless, the tiger, okay? They're fearless. You have to be fearless over here to reveal secrets about a fucking demon, okay? Yeah, that cat, this person's very intuitive, and they're bringing this out into the open, right? To be able to find, this is the key to success. Tell me about the tower. Tell me about the tower. The tower. The tower. Tower. The tower. I kind of feel like this person over here is, it's almost like they're being isolated over here. They're being is that what's happening? They're being isolated. They're being like almost like locked away, controlled. Tell me about the karma. Tell me about the karma. Karma. Tell me about the karma. Tell me about the karma. I kind of feel like, okay, I kind of feel like, look, this person's karma over here that's doing this all kinds of lies and manipulation. This might even be like magic shit and stuff over here. Trying to control this person and kind of keep them isolated and basically just like where they can't even leave, okay? Yeah, they're causing this person over here all kinds of they're causing this person over here, this man over here really is very one-of-a-kind kind of person, okay? They're very, there's nobody else like this man. I don't know what else to tell y'all. There's nobody else like this man. He really stands out, okay? They're causing this man all kinds of trials and tribulations, obstacles, suffering is what they're doing. what's gonna happen over here is that this person, their karma is gonna be, hello, that their mask, whatever they've been doing, it's coming down. Okay? This person is gonna be made a target. Because the truth has to prevail. Tell me about the Pisces. Tell me about the Pisces. The Aquarius. Okay. The Scorpio. Okay, what about the Pisces, the Scorpio, and the Aquarius? They're going to create harmony over here. They're going to work on this. They're going to work on this. There's like a group of people, like, they're going to find some way over here to work on this and make harmony over here. Because there's a giant obstacle over here that they're going to have to overcome step by step by step by step. This is a huge blockage, this enemy that has created this chain. There's communication. There is harmony over here that is going to happen, and it's like a group of people over here that are going to work on this. They're going to create a bridge. Yeah, there's going to be communication over here. They're going to think about it first, okay? They're going to think about it, and they're going to communicate, I feel like, to these guys over here. To be able to come up with some kind of a resolution over here. And to be able to, like, can we come to some kind of understanding? Can we come up with a negotiation over here that's fair? Because they're worried. I think, like, basically they know that they might possibly be at a crossroads of maybe like a very dangerous situation. I feel like maybe, you know, like these guys, like we're afraid about this person's, like, their emotional well-being is what it looks like. So they're gonna work on this. A group of people, the masculine, he's gonna get the support over here of his family and his community. We need to handle this with tact. This is about, we need to protect this person. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.